everybody, and welcome to this video of myself and Georgina. And we're here to look at a fairly new addition to the trumpet market. This is the XO Brass 1600 Roger Ingram model.
Wow,
Roger Ingram.
Yeah, oh, he's absolutely world famous.
The man.
Played lead trumpet with Harry Connick Jr. on all those things. He's been employed from. I remember rushing to the shop when Red Light, Blue Light came out because they had a massive double D as an opening note, and I was so excited. So Roger Ingram is absolutely the king of high note trumpet playing, lead trumpet playing, and a lovely man as well, apparently.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
well, there we go.
Which is always good to know.
We'll get him next time. No, so this is his model that he's worked with XO Brass to produce. Now, XO Brass is a fairly new name into the brass market. They make, they've been working with a lot of professional players, mainly over in the States, actually. That's where they've kind of got into the marketplace, making a set of trumpets and trombones primarily. But this is really interesting because it's a medium bore trumpet. It's a .453 compared to a 459, which would be your medium-large standard Bach Strad, Zeno kind of size normally. And so there's some interesting stuff to talk about there with regards how a medium bore kind of reacts. But one would imagine, and we're going to get your feelings on this, Georgie, in a sec, that if it's a Roger Ingram model, it's primarily going to be designed for lead players, as it is, and have that bright, zingy, easy slotting. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of lead trumpet players from years gone by always used to play on small and medium bore trumpets. I think, in fact, Maynard Ferguson played on a medium bore trumpet. So there's a thing that you must play in a large bore trumpet to put loads of air down and make a big sound. But I think it's just how you play and how you want to play. And so it's really good to try them out. Because you might have an idea that you're a large bore player and you play this and you think, oh, this has improved my range by a fifth or something. Hello,
and
exactly.
it's easier.
And it's easier, So it all depends. But how exciting, Yeah,
well, let's give us a few notes and then we can have a chat about how you feel about how it plays,
Yeah.
So it's in there.
Yeah, well, you'd expect them to be. I think Roger's put them all in, that's what you get.
He puts them individually in.
He puts them individually in, it's more for the double C. Yeah, exactly, We're just going to find them.
So how does it feel? Because I know you've tried and you've had 6310Z Yamahas, which is kind of that step bore, but it's smaller generally.
Okay.
How does it feel compared to that in terms of that sort of feel, playing that smaller bore setup? Yeah,
it's funny. It feels very comfortable actually playing that because the notes feel like they're going to slot better for me than maybe the large ones. So and it does feel like you can put air down it. It feels very comfortable. The notes feel very centered. And I think it's going to make it easy in the range above a top C if and above a D and an E if you want to be daft enough to play up there. But it feels really comfortable, and I think it's absolutely built to do that thing. Hopefully. But I think it's got a warm sound down the bottom. Yeah. It's not as big as some trumpets, but it's definitely not a nasally kind of tinny sound. It's got a nice warmth to it.
There's still some smokiness there if you want to lay off and do the ballad kind of vibe.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think you're right in that maybe that is the slight payoff. You don't perhaps get that breadth that you might get on a slightly larger bore or
absolutely, or a different type of material, whatever. It's not quite as dark, but it's a lovely trumpet and it's very, very easy to blow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the yellow brass bell, actually, like Georgie was pointing out, they tend to be fairly bright and fairly zingy, and I think that comes out in this. It's worth knowing that the instrument comes with two main tuning slide options. So you've got the slightly flatter kind of D shape here and the curved C shape, I would call it, which is, in our testing, that's the one you've slightly preferred. But that can affect just how the instrument slots a little and a tiny bit of the resistance. But that's, again, something you've got to try and just see what works for you.
Nice water keys, 2 water keys, always handy.
On the third slide, pay attention, Bach. Oops. It's also worth saying that it does come with a very snazzy set of...
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I held that back for me, see. heavy bottom caps and different top caps.
And different springs.
Yeah, lighter springs and standard springs, and also metal guides versus plastic guides. So
you know, these things make such a difference. It's incredible. I mean, I always just thought it was utter rubbish and just for geeky people who wanted to be excited by things like that.
Yeah.
But you put them on and you try them, and it makes a difference. So that's great because you could just, I mean,
you can customise the heck out of it.
Customise, absolutely, yeah.
And depending on the mouthpiece you've got, and maybe if you're on a smaller medium board, you might even think about mouthpiece. You can probably take a bit bigger.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
absolutely. Yeah. It's good to. So what good fun to have a trumpet that you can play around with and
fiddle with. Yeah, and sound like Roger Ingram. I mean, that's we'll throw that in for free. Yeah, hang on. So all in all, I think it's a really good introduction to the market because there isn't much in and around, especially around that price point, that does a similar thing of a similar job. So it's a new brand. It doesn't have the heritage of the Yamahas and the Barks and the Getsons and some of the other things that are out there, but it's priced really sensibly to appeal to people who maybe if you're 17, 18, you're playing lead in a big band at school or you know, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
But it's that vibe, isn't it? It's that.
Definitely. And I just think what a great day out to come down to the shop and try all these trumpets out. Yeah, absolutely. Have a good razz on this because it's great fun to play.
Yeah. And it should be. That's what it should be about, isn't it?
Yeah.
You should enjoy playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, let's have us a little bit more, Georgie, just to blow us out.
I'm going to attempt to play a little famous Maynard Ferguson one, seeing as it's Roger Ingram who played in Maynard's band for a long time.
Perfect.
So,
no pressure.
Yeah, you know. Here we go. All right.